We are live. We are live, yay! I know so many of you have been looking forward to this conversation as much as I have. Hello, everybody. Ndima Dekwanawudi. Good evening and happy Wellness Wednesday. Yes! I love it. I remember on YoTV we used to call it Wednesday, middle of the weekday. Let me just grab my headphones over here so that we make sure that everything today is running smooth. Let me just check with everybody. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me loud and clearly. And if the sound is coming through okay on your side. Also, let me know where you are from, where you are joining us from this evening for our courageous conversations. Can everybody hear me? Nobody's giving me a thumbs up. You're just giving me comments. All right. Thank you, Cindy. Cindy's giving me a thumbs up. Amazing. Amazing. Everybody. Let's just wait for a few more people to join and to let us know where it is that they are from. Hulisani Ravele. My name is Hulisani Ravele, and I'm super excited to be hosting tonight's Courageous Conversation. And it is all a part of the Beauty at Home with You series, which is being spearheaded by the beautiful team at Unilever. And of course, on a Wednesday, it is all about wellness. And Wellness Wednesday belong to my family, the Dove family. And we're all about really checking in on ourselves. We're all about self-esteem, positivity, body positivity, and really feeling beautiful from the inside out. And it was such an amazing thing when the team reached out to me and they said, you know what? This coming month, we want you to kick off Courageous Conversations every single Wednesday night, where I will get the honor of hosting incredible South Africans who are going to be sharing their stories with me and just how they are keeping up with where we are in life at the moment. You know, yesterday I had a really tough day. I had one of those days where it was like, you know, when you don't know what's wrong, you can't put your finger on it. And I did one meeting and then I went back to bed and I was crying. Like, I just didn't know what was wrong. But the important thing for me was that I had to recognize that I wasn't okay. And then secondly, I had to take the steps to tap into myself and make myself okay. Take the time to rest and to heal so that I can come back with better energy, with positive energy, and be able to, be my full self. And I think that's exactly what conversations that we're going to be having, not only tonight, but in the following weeks, every single Wednesday at 7:00. That's exactly what we're going to be doing. Just taking time to learn from one another, taking time to understand one another. And hopefully by the end of the conversation, you will feel yourself feeling full. You will feel yourself feeling like, yeah, I did good today by tuning into this live. Tonight, of course, my guest is none other than Olympic gold medalist, Caster Semenya. But before she joins me on the conversation, here's something really exciting that you need to know. At the end of this live, I'm going to let you know how you can win yourself a 1,000 Rand cash voucher. 1,000. Just to pamper yourself. Just to pamper yourself. Whichever way you choose, 1,000 Rand could be coming to one of you, and I will let you know at the end of the live exactly how you can get your hands on that. All right, I think we are ready to get started. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Let's see if I can find our guest for this evening. You know, Instagram Live, you must be typing and doing all these things, right? To Casta. Hopefully she'll be joining us very, very soon. So I've let you know that you're going to be standing yourself a chance to win that 1,000 Rand voucher at the end. I also hope that you've been following all the conversation with hashtag Beauty at Home with You, because maybe, I don't know, just maybe, you'll stand a better chance of winning. Mukhari, Dumela, Mugel.
Dumela.
Okay na.
I can not stress.
Usap all the way, unali joy.
I was not small. Yeah, no trouble. Yeah, hanyane.
It is so lovely to see you, Casta. You know, when I saw your message in my DM saying, yeah, we're going to be chatting soon, I was like, oh, not Casta got DM suck. I don't know about everybody else, but me, Casta knows me by name.
Business ke business wa bona. I can push a business.
Okay, so tonight's conversation is really about mental fitness and about finding the right balance. And what I'm going to be doing, and I hope that it won't be too offensive to everybody that's watching, is that I'd like to turn off the comments. And the reason I do that is because I think it's important for us to truly be in the moment and truly be in the conversation. And then what we're able to do is I will switch on the comments just close to the end, and then you'll be able to ask Custer anything, and you'll also be able to send your comments through. So I hope that is okay with everybody. I'm going to be turning off the comments. I promise I will switch them back on. Take out your notebooks and let's get into today's conversation. Here we go. So, as I said, today my guest is Olympic gold medalist Caster Semenya. And if there is one person who really understands the importance of having a mental fitness as well as physical fitness, it is you, Caster. You're a person that has overcome so much. You are in, the battle of your life and for your career right now. So, I think it's a fitting time for us to have this conversation. And I'm not even going to waste any time. I'm going to go straight into it. My first question that I wanted to ask you this evening as we talk about mental health is just, as a track star, you always focus on physical health and performance. Mara for wena, when did you start having an understanding and learning about mental fitness?
I think it starts with where you're coming from first. For me, look, I'm coming from rural, disadvantaged, background. So for me, it started all there, growing up, being different. You understand? So growing up, being a little girl who play around with boys, and then people start, differentiating you with other people and start asking question if you're a boy or you're a girl. I think it all starts there, and obviously it all started basically when I started schooling. You understand? I never liked wearing skirts. I never liked doing household choices. I liked gardening. So I think that started with just being myself, but also I was trained to be who I am. You understand? I was trained to love myself. Before I can go out there and say I can love someone, I can appreciate someone, I can be around other people. But first, it all started with just me. Probably my parents have realized that there's a special kid. This is different. So we need to train her, to be strong, mentally, physically. Never mind physically, because of I'm bold, I'm strong, I can do anything I want. But when it comes to mental strength, I think it comes with the love that you get from a family. If your folks, accept you for who you are, appreciate, you for who you are, and then they give you that love and support, I think you'll be the strongest, human, ever. But the minute you start discovering, discomfort, so, you're not getting enough support, you're not getting enough love, from home, I think that's where you get a damage. For me, I would say I draw my strength, from my family. I think that the most, strongest people I've ever met, because always when I get home, they'll always be asking me, are you okay? I'm be like, if I was not okay, I don't think you could have seen me here today. You understand? But I'll say my mental strength, I draw it from my parents and my siblings. They have played the biggest role, in my life. And for that, I really appreciate them. And I will say, yeah, they made me who I am today. If it wasn't for them, there was never going to be this Mohadi wa Letlhanya.
Yo, Mokgadi wa letlhanya, Mokgadi o re mo ratang, wa itse ka pelo le moya. Awa Mokgadi. I know we get to share you with your family, and we're very, very thankful for that. Caster, you've touched on something that is so important, just around how if you don't love yourself first,
Yeah.
then physical fitness and physical health actually doesn't matter because it all starts from here.
Yeah.
Why would you
Yeah.
say mental health is so important over and above that?
I think it's very important because that's when life starts. With no mental strength, I think you're nothing. What I can say is that let's look at it into my situation. At the age of 18, I become a world champ, and then my gender has been asked. At that particular period, I'm just coming from a rural area. I know nothing about gender. Okay, I know that there's biology. I know there's a girl, but I know there's a boy. But I know nothing about estrogen. I know nothing about chromosomes. I know nothing about XY. I know nothing about XX stuff like that. You understand? And then comes media. You get exposed, in public, and then people start talking about you, and then you're not used to that. Mental stress is very, very important because you need to be trained, and that's what I'm doing at the moment with kids that I work with. The kids that I train, I always train them to say, you know what, if you cannot control something, forget about it. But the minute you're gonna go with the ego, it becomes a problem because you're going to dance for that song. What about your song? What about the song that you compose? What about your dreams? What about your goals? You understand? That's a thing. It's a very simple skill, but it's very difficult, you know, to attempt it because it's just a simple thing that we always seeing every day. But then if you can focus on that, I think it can be very simple. Okay, it might sound easy with me because I study every day. I study human behavior. I think what I can say is that as a human, we need to start learning ourselves before we can learn any other human out there. Because of now, if you understand yourself better, then you know that when I'm going outside, at least I know what to expect. And I know people will criticize me. I know people will say, oh, Casta look like this, Casta look like that. That's the beauty about life because then I know when I wake up every morning, I know how I look like. I know how I sound. So
I can't change that, so I can
I
now know
change
how
that.
to accept myself.
No, yes, that's what I'm saying. That it's something that you need to train yourself to do. Even in class, we know we have those top student performers. It's okay if I'm not like them. What can I do? I cannot memorize like them. I cannot get those A marks, but it's okay. Just be who you are, and then it's very simple. Then you'll understand that, oh, it does not matter. I might be a dark beauty, I might be a light skin, a person, I might look like that, I might have a big nose. It's your
Oh, we seem to have lost Casta there a little bit, but I loved everything that she was touching on. Just about, you might have a big nose, you might be dark, you might have this, you might have that, you might not be smart, you might not be an A student, but the fact that you know yourself and you love and accept yourself for who you are, that is the most important thing. And I can completely relate. Being a child that grew up with freckles, I look different from just about everybody that I knew. And so I had to, learn how to love myself and accept myself as well as I am. We're going to try and get Casta back very quickly. Network sometimes wants us to not be great, but Skawara, we will continue with the fight to be great and with the conversation. So I think the two things that I've already taken from the conversation with Casta is this point that she spoke on about what about the song that you've composed? Are you singing to that tune every day? Are you listening to those lyrics every single day? And I of course, it doesn't mean that we must, physically go out there and write songs. Unless you're a songwriter, go for it. But I think what she is saying to us is just talking about those personal mantras, those personal daily missions, mission statements and visions that we write about ourselves. When you're in business, you're so quick to be able to write a mission and a vision statement for your business. But have you ever thought about writing one for yourself? Because I was having a conversation with someone yesterday and they were just talking about how if you do not know what it is that you want out of life, you will go throughout life making decisions and accepting things based on what everybody else creates for you. And that is no way to live. I think it's one of the things that when it comes to mental health and mental fitness, it's just so important to be able to understand what it is that you want for yourself. I'm still trying to get Casta back for us so that we can continue with our conversation. I think her network was just giving her some issues, but we will get going and we will get back up. Don't you worry. I will momentarily turn on our commenting so that I can get your questions in the meantime. I see some of you are already also posting in our questions box, so please feel free to add your questions there as well. And then when Casta comes back, I will also throw the questions through to her. I have a challenge for you actually whilst we wait for Casta to come back. So today being Wellness Wednesday, right? And it's a day that belongs to Dove when it comes to the Beauty at Home with You series. And one of the challenges that we have on our to-do list, it's kind of like a checklist for your Wellness Wednesday, is one of the items on that list is you have to say 3 kind words about yourself to yourself. So whilst I get Casta back on the line, I would like to challenge you, everybody watching right now, just write 3 nice things, 3 nice words, 3 nice adjectives to describe yourself or that you are saying to yourself, and post them in the comments right now. So I'm going to get Casta back on, and then you guys just post your comments there, because then by the time we are done with this live, you will be able to tick one thing off our Wellness Wednesday checklist of things that you have done to love up on yourself. Just 3 things. We always so quick to be able to say nice things about other people, but we are seldom very, very slow in saying nice things about ourselves. Casta, if you are back on the live, please send me a request, because I am searching for you and I can't find anymore on the list of everybody watching. So please let me know as soon as you are back with us, and then I will be able to add you back. All right, let me read through some of your 3 beautiful things that you're able to say to yourself for today. Oh, my bestie's on the live. Hi, Kitty. She says the 3 words that she'd use to describe for herself are strong, beautiful, and lovable. I can attest to that, girl. I can attest to that. This one, a comment coming through from Yusin Tati Ardumelang. I don't have any questions, but I'm glad to be a part of the conversation. I needed this so much. Yo, Tati, you have no idea. Waiti, we host things like this and we think that, we're doing it for everybody else. But at the end of the lives, I always leave feeling so full myself, because you're pouring into those parts of you that you didn't even know needed pouring into, right? Totally agree with that. Kakele, okay, cool. I'm going to note your question about how she deals with people that hate on her. So I will definitely pass that on to Casta as soon as we get her back on the line. That hate you. That is from Khale 71. A message here from Obutinza. I hope I said that correctly. The 3 words that they'd use to describe themselves is kind, appreciative, and patient. Ooh, something some of us lack sometimes, hey? The whole patience thing, it's very hard. Sibuyem says kind, generous, and beautiful. Yes, girl. Nomfundo is grateful, happy, and alive. Thank you. I genuinely hope that you saying these words out loud and letting total strangers that do not know you see those things that you are saying about yourself really validates you. Validates you on a level that you perhaps didn't know you needed to hear, because it's so important. You need to remind yourself every single day. It's like muscle memory. All right, Casta is back. Let me send her a request and then we will continue. Thank you for sharing your 3 words. After the live, I'm going to post on my Insta stories the checklist for Wellness Wednesday, and you can already tick that one off your list that you said 3 nice things about yourself to yourself. Mukhari, we've got you back.
Yeah, hey, I don't know. My network just decided to disappear on me.
Now we will always continue and the conversation will always go on strong. So thank you so much for coming back. Let's jump straight into the next question. Mukhari, and I get Mukhari because yes, Casta Mara Mukhari Vele, you are in the battle of your life, I would say. you know,
Yes.
and it is out there so publicly for everybody else to see.
Mm.
And I just want to know, how are you coping? How are you staying mentally fit? Because the things we read, Mukhadi, the things we watch news reporters saying about you, and we're just like, no, do not say that about our caster. How are you coping?
Uh, I'm doing quite well, man. This is part of life. I will say it's a game for me because I've been in this game for over a decade now. So I think I've achieved everything that I've ever wanted to achieve, going from all major titles to Diamond Leagues, being unbeaten, for almost 4 years. So that's something that, define greatness. So at the moment, I'm like watching, over these people. I say, okay, you cannot run because you need to suppress your testosterone. I'll be like, okay, it's fine. You can try to eliminate me from 800 meters, but it does not take me out of the game. So what I can say is that it's a mental game. Actually, I've got them where I wanted them to be because I wanted to show them I'm different. I'm not like them. At the end of the day, if you look into history of South Africa, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. And obviously, I will not go into details because if a man does not have balls enough to come tell me straight to my face and say, "Hey, Costa, I do not want you into this game," it makes me laugh because I make you change the rules. And
Ooh.
on top of that, you understand, you come saying that I'm not woman enough. What does that mean? You cannot even explain that. You go as a majority, in whatever boards that you have, with whatever associations that you have, and you try to eliminate one individual. And for me, like I said, it's more like a game. I'm happy. You see, I'm here home, my little one is crying out there, waiting for me. It's a it's live, you understand? And we say, I always tell people that in life you never get what you want. You get what you work for. So that, it's always the case. And if you are intimidated by my achievements, then it's your problem. And I always say that if you have a problem with me, call me and tell me exactly the problem. And if you don't have my numbers, then that means you don't know me
Ask
at all.
somebody.
That's how it is, you understand? And I cannot really entertain such nonsense. Yes, this is my life, this is my career, but you have to understand that there are a lot of kids, the next generation that is going to face a very same problem. I have to fight for them. I have to fight for my rights. This is oppressing, but for a little girl who's coming next, and they want to be world champions, and then they have a very similar problem that I have, it becomes so distressing. And what can I say?
Yeah.
But
You know,
for me, this is a game. It's more like a playing chess. Okay, they might have won, from suspending me, from not defending my world title last year, for not defending, my Olympic title next year. But it does not really matter. What matters most is that the issues that we're facing, if they can be displayed, out there. If people can hear my voice and say, you know what, this is nonsense. For me, it's a win because of winning. It does not mean I have to be in court and being judged. Okay, Caster Semenya, the case has been dismissed. I don't care about that thing. What I care about is to be in this game. Give them sleepless nights. They must think about me. I don't think about them. For me, when I'm sleeping, I'm thinking about what's the next move. What is it that I must do to make them stressed? Those are the things that I'm doing. And every day you're lying, down in your apartment, you're looking at the roof, you're thinking, oh, this Caster Semenya, this disgusting person, this person that I'm trying to get rid of is not
yeah.
going anywhere. That's the mentality of Muhammad Ali. You understand? So that's exactly what I want. I want to disturb them. I want to be in their minds. I want to be in their hearts. I want them not to forget me. I want them when they are with their family in the table dinner and then my name clicks and then we'll be like, hey, this person.
Que stress.
Stress, yeah, that's my name.
Casta stress, Semenya.
Yeah, you try to give me stress, I give you heart attack. So you better be careful when you're dealing with me.
Right back at them. Casta, I
Yeah.
think of that verse that talks about you were called for
Mm,
such a time as this. You were called for a time such as this because if not you, then who? It's
yes.
not
Yeah.
to say that it's difficult, but if not you, then who?
Yeah, that's why I always say, why not me? You understand? That's a question we always raise, and people will be like, why me? Why me? Why not you? If you are born, if you God created you to be in this world, it was for a reason. And then you are assigned, assignments, you are assigned homeworks. So deal with those things and go out there, face the world, and then you see life will be great. But if you're going to feel sorry for yourself and say, hey, today I lost my job, today I did that, no, pick up your socks,
You
go
gotta
out there
keep
every day.
going.
You better keep going. Look, I'm jobless. My job is to run, you understand? And I can never feel sorry for myself and say, because I'm not running, my life has ended. No, that was the beginning. Life, begins at your disco. If you're not feeling comfortable, that's the beginning. Just
Mm.
take it as a positive, hint or something. Just be positive in everything that you do, then you'll see. You'll be
Anything
great.
that shakes you, anything that shakes and makes you feel uncomfortable, I love that. That is only the beginning, it's not the end. But Casper, let's be honest, right? When it comes to
Mm,
mental health and mental fitness, in as much
yeah.
as you're okay, what about your
Mm,
support system? What would you say, or how would you advise somebody who
yeah.
is trying to support someone through a difficult situation, who's trying to, mentally be there for them? What should we
Mm.
say? What should we not say?
I think you have to try to be in their shoes. Try to be in the moment. Try to imagine if you were in their situation. What is it that you could have done? But the most important thing is to listen, and then you have to study someone's behavior. And I
Mm.
think as an individual or as a family or as a team, you know the person, you know how they react. Instead of going high, you need to go low. You have to do opposites all the time, because if you want to support someone, do not talk about exactly the issue. Try to be positive every day. Try to cheer them up. Try to talk about something positive. Try to talk about things that can make the person happy, and then reach out all the time. Make sure that whatever you say, or you try to communicate with them about, it's something that makes them relax, makes them forget about whatever problems that they're facing. Because we tend to, you know when we say we're supporting someone, I'm gonna ask you if you're okay. You know that I'm not okay, but you're still asking me.
Ish. But Caster, we're trying to be there. But I hear
No,
you. I hear
let's
you.
not. Do not never ever make that big mistake of asking someone who's not okay and say,
Are
"Are you
you
okay?"
okay?
No, be there. You know they're not okay. Just be
Mm.
there for them. Just be a nice person. Even if that person was never nice to you or anything, but just be nice. Be kind enough. If you see that person need water, pass water. If you see that person need toiletry, give that toiletry and move on. And then that will make that person feel better. But then the minute they start opening up to you, that's when you hit. Because you cannot support someone who does not talk, who does not say this and that, into hitting them with a lot of questions. No, make them feel
They
comfortable.
must come to
Make them,
you.
they must come to you. Make them feel like they can trust you. Make them feel like they're your friend. And then the minute you earn their trust, that's when you can help them. You can never help somebody who does not trust you. So this goes to, it's very simple. That's why even a psychologist, if you go to them, they will just sit quietly and look at you. If you're not saying
And
anything,
listen.
they listen. That's what we are saying. Even at home, you can be a psychologist to your brother, you can be a psychologist to your sister. What do you need to do? Just be nice, be quiet, and just say, can I offer you water? Simple things. You start them with simple things and they trust you. And then they'll open up. And then you will they start telling you, last night I did not sleep well. That's when you say, why?
And you don't enter with the,
are you okay?
Yeah.
Yes, that's when you can say, are you okay? When they start opening up. Now, if you're gonna come asking me that I'm okay, if I'm come on, you see that I'm stressed. You see that I'm miserable.
Did you sleep well? Like that can't be the opening conversation.
And you know very well I did not sleep. You were next door. You could hear that at night. I'm walking out. I'm going to a fridge. I'm getting food. Midnight. You know that I did not sleep. So please, guys, let's be nice. Be nice to me. I'll be nice to you. Don't ask me obvious questions. Yes, don't ask me obvious questions. Just be there for me. I need comfort. If I need a hug, you can see the body language.
Give me a hug.
Needs a hug. That's the best you can do for someone. Then that's when you create that bond. Then they understand, okay, this person, I can trust. This person, I can open up with them. Yeah, offer them things, take them out. Let's go out for a walk. Let's go, let's go for shopping. Maybe you just go out and buy them ice cream. Those are the things that makes, a very big impact in someone's life. Little things matters the most. These big financial things, you can come buy me a toy, buy me that. It will not heal my heart. Your heart can heal my heart.
Listen.
Be present. Listen. Just be there for me. Then I'll feel better. So that's how, that's how you see me. I'm always happy,
And you are, Caster. You are. And when thinking Mutu would see you and they think to themselves, she's just pretending. She's not really okay. But you're genuinely fine.
My friend, let me tell you something. Na ke tlo botsa ya nonga spade. Nna ke ba ibitsa rockstone. Ore ke thaba ela ya stolo wenne. So I can pretend. If I'm not happy, you'll see me. I'm not happy. Even here now, I was just gonna tell you, hey, I
can't do this interview, sharp.
Board, yeah, nka sofa. Why wanna game me like a kazan to bona? Chiefs is no loser. Rob kunzi. Yeah, I need to go to street where I win, go tata.
Bana.
Again. Ya no na ke sharp. Na ke na stress wa bona. Ke ithutile something e lo reng a wana le batswadi ba ka ba nruta yona ra tsa re ke a wana mo bophelong. Eselo se sawa se sawa. Tswela pele ka bophelo. So I get to take stress tse ka ntwe e lo re a inyake. E lo di sa nyaka di nyake. Tswana ni wela na kwa. Bo mrena 70 ya kwa bo se go. Ba busy ba re ne ba ntsha mo di line o ka ntsha thata mo line.
You just got to keep it going. Wait again, Mukhadi. I'm going to open up our comments and our questions now. You see, I'm a woman of my word. I told you that I would open up the questions and comments to you. So if there's something you would like to say to Kasta, please feel free to post your comment or to send me through your questions. Mukhadi, umutu oratang buhobe. You love pap.
Yeah.
I've got a weird question for you, there. What would you say buhobe? What can pap teach us about life?
Bobe. Yeah, Bobe, I would say it's a humble beginnings. Again, training is like tuto. I want a tuto. How we try go primary level da. Ntongwe le nngwe e ba rutang yona go sekolong. E tshwana le bobe. Wa bona bobe ka mo go bo preparang. O tja mollo wa bea metsi ala a bela wa tja lefetho wa tja bupi wa botshela wa feta wa dula for 10 minutes to 20 minutes wa boloisha ya khona ile bona. So basically it's just life as a whole,
it's a process.
Foundation. It's a foundation of life. So it teaches you to remember where you're coming from. Wampona nna go tjika bobe maybe ke tono khwanjiki ja bobe. You understand? It's finally le bokwa ke rani wela wa bona ka tjitsa bo maphungube no nya di gwale bo di it's almost the same thing. And now pap symbolize me. It symbolize where I'm coming from. Ke tswa hae mahaeng Limpopo. Ha ke kra bobe ka moro. You're
happy. It's like when Oprah are urata di truffles wabona. When
Wabona.
it's you and truffles.
Wabona. Na ke la Africa na ke la America. Wabona. Yeah, na le di truffles die. Ke tsona di mo definang, ke tsona di mo hodisitseng, ke tsona di mo diang ore I feel happy wa bona. Nna yona ke bona bobe. Ai. Le rata di mama.
Unali joy. Okay, we don't have much time left with our conversation, our courageous conversation with Casta. Khale underscore, I think it's 21. I can't wala sentle mo. Wanted to know, how do you deal with people hating you and you loving yourself? But I think it's something that you really touched on throughout this conversation about the importance of being mentally healthy and fit.
I think on that one, when people hate you, you must know that you're doing something great. People don't just hate. People hate greatness. People hate undisputed. When you are undisputed, if you are jack of all trade, people will hate you. So what you can do, just give them smile back, give them that success. Show them that, even if you have a problem with what I'm doing, I'm still going to excel. I'm not going to stop because of you are saying that, hey, Costa looks like a man. Hey, Costa talks like a man. Hey, Costa married a woman. Hey, hey, mind your business. Naseshala ngiyaphila mdadi. Sesishala ngina uphilo yona bomonati. You understand? So haters, keep them on the loop. Show them what you are doing so they can hate you more. Tomorrow then
you must keep them informed.
When you meet them on the street, they'll be like, hey, Costa, let's take a picture. But they're haters. They're not hating you. They love you. So when I keep on doing great things, then you will see. You'll never have a hater.
They love you. They just hate your success and they hate that it's not them.
Success. They just hate that now you are coming from rural areas, dusty place, and then now gold and gold deal with why I fail me. What are you like padima? Gold. So worry not about them. They must worry about you. Yes.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Mukhari, it's going to be almost time for me to say goodbye to you, but I want to shapa you with some, I call them quick fire questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are my quick fire questions, and don't overthink it. Just a quick answer.
No.
The first one.
Yeah.
How many pairs of sneakers do you have?
Over 100.
Wow! Your guilty pleasure when it comes to food.
Huh?
Your guilty pleasure, like your cheat food.
Cheat food. I give you junk food from McDonald's. Yeah.
Do you prefer the bath or the shower?
Bath. Hey, bath.
Really?
Bona, bath was in trouble matswalo. How can you get mara bath when you feel fulfilled?
You feel at peace.
Bona, mesala kira fisha. Atsamaya, I bet the shortcut. So so
let's leave it right there.
Let's leave it right there. So
Mukhadi, my piano or kwaito?
My piano.
Woo! Batong Mukhadi ki disappointed with it's only 80s which is my piano. Woo batong.
Bona, my piano I'll shapa room uruduchu ubinishe thoga rutailo so tailo wabona. You're gonna feel like you are drunk. Wabona. Kabarime baba. Hey.
Kabarime baba. Fire. Kebereme baby.
Bona, see that renew generation. You have to understand that we go with the flow.
I hear you. I'm with you. Okay.
Was born 1991. So you have to understand the way now. Now go start out presenter than neko talent when.
So Harilekani, walk in the 80s, early 90s. Okay, no, I understand. Tell me a song that always makes you smile every time you listen to it.
Shane what? What's the name of that song? What's the name, man? This song, man. when I met my partner, I used to play this song every time. It made me feel, mountains, the butterflies, and all these things. What's the name, man? Let me think about the song.
You were in love. You are within.
I'm still in love. That's the thing. I still play it even today.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I'll just
Okay.
switch it on. Yes. Shane White. If you understand the guy,
We're going to find it.
The type of the music he plays, the kind of lyrics he hits, you will understand.
I'm definitely going to Google them. All right, your last two questions. Who is the president of South Africa?
Yeah, Ramatamela.
We must check, Bella. Sometimes people are not sure. And the last one.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. I have no interest, in politics. Who knows? You understand?
Exactly,
But,
and you don't know.
There's no way I cannot know my president because
Kid neighbor, last question. Jerusalem or Sister Bettina?
Sister Bettina.
Thank you, Castor. Thank you. In the meantime, Hillary.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Mukhadi, this has been such an enriching conversation. It's, humunati to see you happy, to truly see what the rewards and the benefits of being a person who is mentally fit, not just physically. You are mentally fit, and we can see that. We can feel that. Like, you can't fake this. You can't fake being okay like this.
Oh, but how lift a feet or Goliath? What's faking? What one?
All right. In closing, Castor, I would like you to please complete this sentence for me.
Yes.
Castor Semenya is.
Castor Semenya is greatness.
Full stop.
Full stop.
Full stop. Castor Mukhadi, Bafe Stress Semenya. Thank you so much for your time. This has really, really been amazing. And thank you for being courageous to share yourself with us, to share your truth with us. Thank you for being courageous to really just own your place in this moment and in this time. And thank you for teaching us just by being yourself, just by doing everything that you're doing every single day. We are watching, Castor. We are learning, and we love you. And we're behind you, girl. All the way.
Ay, kalebuwa. Lebuwa uminahani. Ayano ke asibolela spedi banu.
Go and enjoy your bath. Some more bath, ube relaxed. Utle metsi a chisang a kena shapa straight. Bye, Castor. Thank you. Oh, wow. That was so amazing, right? Castor Semenya is greatness. Full stop. Whew. I really hope that you enjoyed the session, and I know you're going to send me complaints and you're going to send me comments and say, but Woody, it was too short, what. Sometimes the best place to leave a conversation is when it is right there at that point. For those of you that only joined the live, 5 minutes ago, don't worry. I am going to post it on my page so you can watch it again and again and again. And for those that just want to watch it again, because I think Castor shared so many powerful lessons with us, just about mental health, mental fitness, but also about courage, owning ourselves, loving ourselves. That was one important lesson that I took as well, about how physical fitness and mental fitness starts with self. It starts with recognizing everything that is within yourself and loving yourself for that. So I am full this Wellness Wednesday, and I hope that you are too. I did promise you that I'll let you know how you can walk away with a 1,000 Rand cash voucher, or at least stand a chance to, because I only have one 1,000. I'm not Mrs. Mamillions yet, just one 1,000. So here's how you can stand a chance to win that cash. I'm going to post this live on my page. Then just comment on the page and let me know one of the lessons, one of the key takeouts that you took from my courageous conversation with Castor. You got it? For your chance to win, just comment on the post that I'm going to put on my page of this live and let me know one lesson, one key standout moment or something that Castor said that you are taking away from today's conversation. That's it. That's it. But here's the good news. I'm going to be back again next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on my Instagram Live, having yet another courageous conversation with an amazing South African. Stay tuned to my timeline. Check out Dove underscore ZA's timeline as well. And you'll be able to find out exactly who I'm going to be speaking to next Wednesday. Have an amazing evening. Ah.